The views expressed in this presentation are those of the hosts and guests and do not represent the views of any lodge, Grand Lodge, appended body, or any other person or persons whomsoever.
Brethren, we are at Refreshment.
I'm a cool guy, right? You know, we're cool. He's like, yeah. He's kind of weird.
I see just a bunch of old guys eating hashed over crock pot food. And well, you're just not high enough up in the conspiracy.
Oh, yeah. And the potentate is right where you are. And what does he do? He just starts laughing his ass off. Welcome to the At Refreshment Masonic Video Podcast, your place for libations and Masonic mischief. I'm your host, Wesley Reuter, and I'll introduce you to everyone else. Over to my right, we got Brock. Say hello.
Hello, Brock from Raven 303.
Over to my left,
Yoshi, Villa Park Lodge, 1113. Sorry, guys.
and to my far left, we got...
Hi, my name is Marty, and I really like to be here today. I hope everyone out there in YouTube land is having as good a time as we are. Thank you.
All right, okay, anyways. Well, I don't know why you did that, but okay, anyways. Usually on the show, we're called the At Refreshment Masonic Video Podcast, like I just said, because we're at refreshment. We're having libations, we're drinking, we're having a good time, trying to show you a little bit different of a time in Freemasonry. But when it comes down to it, there is a certain lodge etiquette or Masonic etiquette Masons should follow.
Yeah.
Can't talk again. Another episode where I can't talk.
Because you guys got this weird drink you're all drinking.
Hey, it's good.
No, it's good.
All drinking
Barely
the
had
same
anything to
Kool-Aid.
drink.
No, this is good. This is some good Kool-Aid.
This is
Sounds like
Uncle
some-
Jimmy's backyard blueberry fish juice.
Fish juice. Oh my god.
It's not bad though.
No, it's not bad at all. It's not bad
But
at all.
when it comes to Masonic etiquette, there's a lot of different things we can talk about.
Yeah.
One thing I want to talk about is dress and decorum. Okay.
Oh God, from the guy in the with the
Yeah.
little
Yes, with the freaking three-piece
and that's
suit on.
exactly how I want to
Okay,
start.
before
But no tie. Three-piece suit, no tie.
because
though.
he's
That's like-
casual
jeans
today.
on.
Oh, you got jeans on.
If you're wearing
Oh, okay,
jeans, you
okay.
can't have a tie.
Okay,
Let me. All right. YouTube land. Let me tell you a little West story. The first time I met this guy,
You've already said it on the show.
how you changed from a suit to a tuxedo for
Yes.
some? Oh, did I?
Yeah.
I'm saying it again. That's the type of guy.
I didn't even know that was Wes.
Yeah, that was Wes. I meet him. He's in a very lovely suit. I mean, he's got his little pink pocket square and his little purple
Little
thing.
lavender shirt on.
He's looking like that hipster guy with an ascot from Scooby-Doo. What was his name?
Fred.
Yeah, Fred. Looking like Masonic Fred. And then out of nowhere, he's like, "Oh, I have to change."
do it.
That's
Bro,
probably
start
going to
wearing
be
an
a
ascot.
meme.
Yeah.
That'll
Please
be a meme out there.
start wearing an ascot. Come on. Come on, dude. You got to. That's, oh my God.
Maybe one day I'll
I've
just
seen
walk
them
in the show
before.
with one
I've
on.
seen
There you
them
go.
before.
There you go.
They got
I've
them with
seen
the
them,
square
I've seen
compass
them,
on them.
You know the old saying, though: you get more ass in an ascot.
Never heard that one.
That's how they sell them.
I love you, dude. I love you.
But okay, what I mean is when I joined Masonry, okay, very first day I walked in, you see everybody in lodge. Not everybody was wearing a suit, and in fact, nobody was wearing a tux.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason why I was surprised is because you see it all over the internet and on TV, in the movies and stuff. That's how they present Masonry. That when you're going through, everybody's dressed to the T and everything like that.
I mean, it really comes down. What it really comes down to is lodge traditions. Lodge. What does the lodge want? Our lodge, for instance, if you look at our past masters wall, there's a couple. Like, it starts off, guys are in tuxes, and then it was suits, and then it was suits for a really long time, and then all of a sudden, boom, it was tuxes again.
Blurry Hawaiian shirts.
There was 7 years of sweatpants that weren't accounted for. Those were the dark days.
The dark days.
But no, I guess the perfect Masonic outfit is some perfect hybrid between the Monopoly guy and a maitre d' at a French restaurant. Is that what you're saying?
No. Okay, like I said, that was my perception. What how Freemasons dressed.
Yeah.
Okay, and maybe a lot of them were old English style. I didn't expect that. That's not what I expected.
like white wigs with curls and the powder.
But
The
when you
Frenchman
see
degree.
guys in just regular shirts and jeans. Or okay, I wasn't offended or anything. Just okay, wasn't what I was expecting.
Well, when you first walked in, was it a ritual? Was it just a meeting night? Were just having
It was a degree. It was a degree night.
Oh, okay. See, you know what though?
And that's
we should.
that's what I'm getting at.
Look,
Yeah,
we're
I
all
agree on
oohing
that.
right now, but you know what though? But it depends. Not every guy or brother, not every brother owns a suit.
No,
I
understand that.
because I view our lodge as a working man's lodge. That's how I mean, there has been times where I've had to come to meetings in my uniform.
It happens.
and it happens. Again, I've said this before. You got to remember, we don't judge the outer, we judge the inner.
No.
And again, it goes to what the worshipful master wants, what the lodge wants. I remember for our installation, everyone was coming up to me like, "Do you want us in suits or tuxes?" I'm like, "Suits." I'm not going to make everyone go rent a tux. Some guys had tuxes.
Some guys had
some
tuxes,
guys are
yes.
like, "I have a tux." I don't. I don't have the money for it right now. So
It's actually a brother in Indiana. I mean, this isn't even a joke. I'm not even going to drop the name of it because it's so obscure. There's a brother in Indiana who has a funeral home. You can get your tux.
Oh my god, that's terrible.
He's got some loaners. He's putting on the. If you need a tux for cheap, he'll set you up.
Oh god, that's funny.
Oh man.
But
Do you go in two arms at the same time?
All I'm saying is meet me at Pierogi Fest. I'll introduce you.
Though, Wes, it's really. I think it's good that you brought this up and that we're making an episode about this because when for my year, one of the big things I wanted to focus on was etiquette in our lodge. Not to be like not to like just beat it down on people. We're a very relaxed lodge. We're very relaxed, but I want, especially the younger guys coming in, there are certain things that you need to know what is etiquette to do when you go travel. When we travel, how we said before, when you wear your jewels, when you wear whatever, your paraphernalia, whatever you want to call it, you represent the fraternity. Well, when you travel and you go to another lodge, you're representing your lodge.
Yeah, you become a billboard
I don't want the younger guys coming in, going to lodge, blowing etiquette.
You're an ambassador.
And and then have them be like, "Did you see that guy from Villa Park? What he just did?" I mean.
Well, no. When it comes to actually going to our lodge, where I'm just super very comfortable, and if there's 15 people in the room, it's 15 of the best friends I've ever had. I do like to keep it a little bit more. It's always still sport coat, shirt, tie for a degree minimum, but stated meetings, education nights, I do like to keep it a little more casual. The minute though you're stepping into someone else's house, you got to be on your Sunday best.
Yeah,
because you don't know what their rules are when you
Right.
You're going into foreign territory. Like a lot of guys have come to our lodge dressed to the nines. They're like, well, half these guys are either in button downs or polos, and no, I wish I didn't, but now I know. But yeah, always assume you're going into a black tie affair with Masonry because of the solemnity that we actually do have to treat it with.
And then another thing too, I've had brothers who have come to visit. I'll get an email, I'll get a phone call, a text, and they'll be like, "Worshipful, what is the attire for this evening?"
Right.
And I tell them, "Look, I'm going to be in a suit. You don't have to if you don't want to." But that's me. I mean, you guys know me. I'm usually when we go to lodge, I'm usually in a suit or at least a shirt and tie.
Yeah,
that's
every
how
time
I
I see you
feel.
at lodge.
That's how but I don't mind dressing up.
But I mean-
I like dressing up.
You're a cool guy.
I'm a cool guy.
Cheers.
Yeah, I know. You guys always going to tie that in somehow, you bastards.
Somehow. Okay. Now, obviously not every Mason dressed like me, but I'm just comfortable. I've gotten used to it because going to so many meetings, and as you said, you're representing your lodge. You're representing the fraternity, especially when you go to somebody else's lodge.
Yeah.
Now, my thing is that if you're not an officer in the lodge and it's just a stated meeting, okay, a nice shirt, sports coat, decent pair of jeans, slacks, something like that, that's fine. I think the guys should do that. But I do respect the guys that have been working all day and don't want to come dressed like that. But then again, there's also just a nice pair of jeans and a polo shirt or something. To me, that's acceptable. That's fine.
Yeah. Don't come with a shirt with holes in it or ripped up jeans. I mean, to me that's disrespectful.
I mean, if you know you're
I'm not
coming to
gonna kick
lodge,
you out
right?
for that, but you know,
No, I would never kick anybody out for the way they're dressed.
Speaking
Absolutely
of
not.
jeans with holes in them, you come in with those designer acid wash jeans with holes, and I swear to God, I found out you didn't pay your dues. I'm taking those pants off.
you take those pants off them even if they did pay their dues. Shut up.
Come to Villa Park, lose your pants, stay a while.
But when it comes to degree night, I mean, you're putting on a degree. You're raising a brother to one of the degrees.
Yeah.
Okay. I think everybody should at least a suit.
At least a suit,
But I'd
shirt and
rather-
tie minimum. But I get.
But
what
I'd
you're-
rather have the brother there that doesn't have it.
Exactly.
Okay, I'd rather have him there, participating in lodge, than not there at all because he doesn't have a suit for the degree or something like that.
Yeah.
That's dumb to
Well, yeah,
exclude
I
anybody.
mean,
like
as
that.
you were kind of alluding to Eternal, it's always the internal, not the external.
Exactly.
Right.
I mean, like if a brother's got a hook hand, I don't mind. I'll still shake it.
Yeah. Dude, for real, I'll go right for it too. I don't give a care. Like, what's up, brother?
Wes, is there actually any Masonic etiquette with hook hands?
Not that I'm aware of because
I love the face when I do a bit. He's not in on it. He's just up there like,
no, I take it as serious because there is certain etiquette for like hats and canes and stuff.
Okay, but what if
Really?
somebody?
Yes.
Okay, wait, hats I understand.
Wait, though.
are
What if somebody
gentlemen
had a
etiquettes
prosthetic hook
with it.
hand? How would you give a grip?
ooh.
Wow.
Well, he's in his dotage.
No.
No, they
That's
would. No,
how they would
I don't
consider
think-
it.
But they
no,
used to
no,
say,
no, no,
what
no,
about
no,
the
wait,
defective
They
thing? There's
won't exclude anybody. We would work it out somehow. I honestly believe that. I don't know for sure, but
Dude.
I honestly believe we would work it out.
He would have to like tap you a certain amount of times.
or just like make Sharpie marks for the knuckle.
Oh my God, we're getting away from etiquette. Stop. Stop.
I
Okay. I don't
say
know.
I
That dark. That got a weird twist.
But that brings me. Well, okay. Well,
sorry.
and I was honest, and I was making a joke about it. But at one of the
We'd
town
figure it
halls,
out, though.
we were talking about how to do, the signs properly, how to position hands, feet, arm, and all that. And I raised my hand. I said, "Your brother's in a wheelchair and he's paralyzed. Do we have to fix his feet for him?" He goes like this. And everyone just started laughing in the lodge because he was really thinking about it.
Well, it's true.
Just
We
would
don't,
you do that, though?
we don't think about that sometimes.
I mean, does he want me to touch his feet?
Yeah.
I mean,
I don't know, but
I'm gonna come at you.
I was joking around and I was serious because wait a minute, this is etiquette.
Yeah.
I don't think we have to. And he's
I mean,
Look, there's certain things.
I do love
don't know,
I
but
do
I
love these
really want to
contingencies
know.
we talk about because I've heard some crazy stuff like,
Yeah.
well, what if he's this or what if he's that? I'm not saying people don't have hook hands. I've just never met a Mason with a hook hand. But we should have a backup plan in case Captain Hook wants to roll by and he's swinging it at you to be one to ask one.
I
Gotta extend that hand out to that hook, man.
Dude, for real, that's what I'm saying.
Telling you.
If a guy comes along, it's like, he's got his hand behind his, or I can't even see it. He's like, I want to be a Mason. Then all of a sudden he just comes out with that. I'm fucking shaking it. I don't care.
Or, it's like a wooden hand,
Dude, like Billy Madison.
Yeah,
with
yeah.
No, that was Happy Gilmore.
Oh,
Yeah,
Happy Gilmore.
Gilmore.
Oh, I'm terrible. That's terrible. Like everybody.
No, honestly, but that's Masonic etiquette too. If the brother's got a hook hand, you just give him a little shake.
Yeah, give him a
just
shake.
be
You
like,
gotta shake the
dude.
hook hand too.
Yeah.
Well, if he holds it out there to shake, and then if you go to do it, he's like, "What the hell are you doing?"
Well, you present it.
Touch it? Yeah.
Like, I mean,
He holds it out for you to
seriously.
shake it. He's
Well, he might
going to do it.
I
What
was
the hell are you doing?
Just showing you my cool ass hook hand.
I was just
Like,
stretching
I'm
my
shaking
arm.
it, dude.
Yeah.
You brought it up, so shit.
But I mean, maybe somebody out there has a hook hand listening.
Just don't
and-
ask him how it happened because I
Here's the
hate
thing,
that.
brothers,
I hate that question.
If there's a Freemason
Gosh.
out there with a hook hand, please get a hold of us.
I will
Tell us
fly
and
you
stuff.
to Chicago.
Talk to us. Let
You
us know
heard it
what you
here
got to do.
from Marty.
know.
Well, since our language changed a little bit, we started joking around. What kind of language is proper for lodge?
Oh my
No.
god, job interview language.
Yeah,
It-
seriously.
The minute that door's the minute the drive is
we're
open.
very
minute-
loose.
no, a minute
and
the
we swear
drive-
and all that shit.
Well, we're
here,
at
but-
refreshment. We're
No, we're at
Right,
refreshment.
and that's why
But no,
we're
what-
at refreshment, but we're talking about etiquette. So in lodge, because I'm sure there's people out there in internet land that are like, this is how Freemasons are. Great, sign me up. I can't wait to get the lodge and
No,
start
no,
swearing
no,
in
no.
everything.
This is very
what I'm
relaxed.
getting at.
We
This
are
is
like
relaxed
back room of
here.
a private area of a
Right.
bar. Yeah.
So here in the trial club, we're very relaxed, but
Yeah.
in lodge, we're
No.
I wouldn't talk like
we
this.
still
at
act
home.
like we do,
no,
but
no,
our language
no.
is different.
No, once the Bible's
different.
open,
Yeah,
or
no,
whatever,
doors
whatever
closed,
book, yeah.
Bible's open.
No,
For-
you don't drop them bombs.
Actually, no. The
That's-
minute you cross into that room, or the minute you hear the first gavel, no, you have to have your game,
face.
100%
Well,
game.
even
face.
when we're in a
100%,
lodge or
100%
lounge
people.
room, the kitchen and stuff, and I say shit, I'm like,
No, we're downstairs eating dinner, dude.
mean,
no,
and
that-
I know I've slipped in lodge.
I didn't think goes in the kitchen. I mean, look,
Yeah.
there's some like brothers in there like
Because I'm
frying
trying to
bacon
practice to
and
get
burning
ready to go in the
himself.
lodge. Because he's been swearing most of the day, probably.
No, you got no, man. Once it, like he said, once you cross the threshold, once you hear the gavel, once the Bible is open and everything, and it's rolling. No, you watch your P's and Q's.
We all have a lot of different
Okay.
opinions on masonry, but I don't think
Yeah.
anyone doesn't deem that room as the temple that it is.
No, and I have never seen anybody purposely want to disrespect the
No,
lodge
every
room.
time, yeah, anytime
At-
anyone has
at
ever
any time.
broke that, they,
But it's not like we're all in there.
yeah, no, every time
Everybody's
someone has
polite
ever said
about
anything
that.
bad, they're like, "Oh, guys, I'm so sorry," you know, like
Which, I mean,
nobody's
someone can
ever
get on a
been like,
soliloquy. I mean, our building committee and like, well, we had to rip this out, do this with the light bulbs, and something could. I mean, that's in the habit of talking, but
yeah,
in that
it's
room.
Yeah.
stuff slips.
I don't want to say I don't want to say church talk because it kind of gives it the wrong connotation.
Yeah,
or
no, it's,
Yeah,
not,
yeah.
it's not church talk.
I'll say job workplace talk. I don't know.
Yeah, workplace talk is kind of fine too.
I don't know. I work in truck and we say some stuff I won't say much.
With a bunch of crazy truckers.
So
There's some weird stuff. Do you guys have CB radio still?
Yeah,
Whoa.
I'll give you my handle later. It's old hook hand.
Alcohol Shaman 69.
shake the hook.
Yeah, shave the.
Shake the hook.
Shake the hook.
That
So-
just sounds perverted, man. Shake the hook.
Shake it more than twice your plane.
Shake it like a hook, baby.
Shake the hook is like the hit summer song that hasn't come out yet.
Oh,
Shake
dude,
the
wow,
hook, baby.
dude, that's terrible.
Yeah, we're gonna have a bunch of people in
We're
the
gonna-
comments like, look at these guys
we're
talking about etiquette, making
we're
fun
gonna-
of the handicap.
I'm handicapped.
No, you know what?
Yeah, you are.
I
Calm down,
am. I
Hans.
don't walk around.
No, Wes, you are handicapped, and
We
that
all
is
have the
something
same
that you do
placard.
face. But I want to recommend to any Mason that can drive to Lodge with Wes, you will get the best parking.
Not all
True.
the time. Depends on how big the parking lot is. So like Brock, we were talking earlier.
Yeah.
What about etiquette with visitors? Because I know you just experienced that.
Well, yeah,
this
we
week.
had a visitor who was raised in our lodge, I believe in 06, 08, somewhere around there. But he was a member for about a year, was raised, and retired, moved out of state, went to Pennsylvania, and now he's in the shrine and doing a bunch of stuff, chaplain
Over there.
in Pennsylvania, yeah. And he came back here and visited, so he's done
Grand
like
Chaplain, didn't you say?
I'm not dropping any. I
Is
don't
that-
know.
is-
I don't have no
Okay,
idea.
all right,
I didn't look
scratch
into
that,
this.
never
I
mind.
didn't get his name. In other words, I was going to text and try to figure out exactly, but he was
Right.
from one of those very cool candlelight lodges, though.
Yeah.
So yes, he
Um,
was very cool though.
What do they
you
call
know,
it?
Like a strict observance
Yeah,
lodge
strict
or whatever.
observance, that's what it is.
It sounded cool. They do everything long form, old school. And he's like, for Pennsylvania, they do weird ritual. We're doing it the old school way. It's very beautiful the way they do it. And I would love to come out there and check that out. Couldn't even imagine how cool it is to see it in candlelight and everything. But, it was really cool to have him come over there and visit and stuff like that. But we were in the middle of the meeting and we were going through everything. And we had tacos, so the whole spread's all sitting out. So I'm one of the stewards. So Wes was like, hey, if you want to be dismissed early to get a jump start on picking up, we can dismiss you without ceremony. And so I was like, okay, well, we keep our aprons and jewels in a closet across the room right next to, almost off to the side of the master.
Oh my God, that's dangerous.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I get up and I'm like, I take my apron off and I'm like, what should I do? I was going to lay it on my chair and just walk out. And they're like, no, you can go without ceremony. I'm like, should I put it away? They're like, yeah, you can put it away. And I just started walking.
Oh my god.
Direct V. Oh, you know where I'm going with this.
Direct
wow.
Direct V line to the door.
Wait, so you crossed in between the
holies of
altar and the
holies.
worshipful master?
I broke that
Yes, he
sacred
did.
light space. And
And did anyone like any of the old timers like drop dead of a heart
I
attack,
heard
or-
this. And I'm like, uh-oh. I turn around and I see what are you doing? No, and it was already too late. I'd already crossed the threshold. I just looked back and I'm like,
He left. I couldn't get him with
I
the
just
hook of my
kept
cane.
walking. And I just went back in and put it in there. And then I looked back and the other guy, the marshal, went the correct way anyway. And I was like, oh, right here in front of our fancy visitor, I just stroll across like an idiot after just trying
You
to
did it
have.
twice?
No,
Once
I didn't
is
do
a-
it twice.
Once is an accident. Twice
I went
is
back
celebrating.
around. I don't think I
you
went
went
twice.
straight there to go put your apron away, and then you came back straight way the way you did, and then you angled to the
All
door.
right,
I'm like,
guys.
I might have done it twice.
Okay, well, look, dude.
Maybe
look,
he
look,
said something
I
the
know,
second time I
I know.
came back.
stuff happens.
Well, that's what
No,
I
I
thought.
don't think
And
stuff
like-
happens. I think we need to keep going with the trial of Brock. And I think the trial of Brock
is going to
Bring
come.
it on.
needs to continue in a few moments.
Yeah, our time is
All
up.
right.
We're going to.
This is a rookie mistake here.
It's all right.
It's all right. Well, you didn't get the lashes this time, so don't worry about it. All right, everyone. We'll continue this conversation in a few
We'll be
minutes.
right back.
We'll be back. And welcome back. We're talking about Masonic etiquette. When we left off, Brock had crossed the altar and the lights twice.
Twice I did it.
Twice.
You're going to have to clean
gosh.
the crock pots now to make up for
Yeah,
it.
Yeah,
yeah.
it's hashed over.
I was
Yeah.
already down there scrubbing crock pots. So.
Yeah. Where did we go wrong?
Well, you know, and
Stop, you guys are busting the
I'll
clock
give you-
way too hard.
my only excuse of it all was like, we just started putting the aprons in this closet and cleaned it out, and we're like doing this whole new thing. So normally you just, lay them on there, and then somebody at the end cleans them up.
Our aprons were
So,
hanging on
dude,
hooks.
normally I just go
Okay.
directly out the door, down my line, and it threw me off like, I got to cross the room without. and then-
Everyone's done it.
Dude,
Once,
yeah, everyone's done
I
it at
mean,
least
okay,
once.
but I will
Dude,
say though,
yeah.
if you told me a story like, I took a swing at a mall Santa the other day, I'd be like, yeah, I could probably see that. But you're like, I crossed between the altar and the master. No.
Well,
I'm just giving him crap.
Masonic etiquette, though.
Okay, I know it's a big deal to a lot of people. To me, I'm not that worried about it. I've told the secretary a number of times as master, instead of going all the way around, just
But it feels dirty.
Just approach the east.
no. But see, that's me. But I understand where everyone's coming from, and I respect it.
Yeah.
So that's why I gave him crap for everyone else.
Well, not only that, but now everybody else, all the other new guys that were in our lodge, they all seen me, ooh, look at Brock just did that. Now they all
Wait. You know
Now
what
they
though?
all
No,
know
wait.
not to do that.
Is, you know what? That is the greatest
It
feeling.
was a teaching
in,
lesson
in,
to
in
everyone.
masonry. Is when you see one of the old schoolers, one of the hard asses, mess up. You're like, yes. I'm not the only one.
Yeah, like the other week,
Hey.
we had a candidate proven up on his first degree long form,
Yes.
and he did a little bit better than our DDGM.
Dude, stop.
Did he correct him?
No,
No,
I mean,
he didn't. He didn't get a chance to practice. All right, and he had never. Didn't he say he'd never done the long form or whatever?
I still gave Matt an attaboy.
No, he did great though. Our candidate, he did the
Golf
long
clap.
form, like pretty much spotless. It was all.
Yeah, actually, he just did his second. In front
Yeah,
of
he
me
just did.
recently,
Yeah,
but-
we were at the lodge and we sat down with him. We had a little study session in the past masters room, and he
Yeah,
rocked
love
it.
Oh,
He
he's a
rocked
whiz
it.
anyway, dude. He's done so much research on
Yeah.
Freemasonry. When I talked to
that
him,
kid's cool.
Yeah,
I was like, man, dude, welcome
Yeah.
to Freemasonry.
dude, seriously, bro.
As much as that kid
I was like,
deserves
that's
an
the kind of
episode.
Mason
Yeah.
that, that's how I felt I was when I came in. And I'm like, dude, he's even going over the top. He's killing it.
No, he is. He is killing it. He really,
So,
truly is. I can't wait to see.
What's
Him
next
raised.
on the docket here?
So, obviously, we act how we act here on the podcast, but how do we act when we meet strangers? How should we be? Because
Now, how strange are they?
Yeah, I mean, there's a certain level of strange. I mean,
Like, where
I
am I at?
love weird people. They're
I'm
they're
not
my
talking
people.
about getting strange. I'm talking about meeting strange people.
I mean,
that kind of goes hand in hand.
am I at Burning Man?
Well, just meet somebody for the first time. They're not necessarily coming to visit the lodge. They're not interested in the lodge or just a stranger out?
You
meet him at, how you doing? Some stranger down at
Okay, is
grocery
this
aisle
a
or
stranger as a potential like a friend of mine is introducing me to the stranger, or is this just like
you're just
somebody-
meeting somebody? It has nothing to do with masonry.
It has nothing to do with masonry, dude.
But for you,
no, dude.
But for the individual Mason, how does he act towards just? Does he act like
I'm
a
me.
regular person?
I
or
am
is he
me.
supposed to be a certain?
No, like I get what you're saying. I
would say I'm more
but,
open
I mean,
to
like,
new
if it's
people.
Because
something-
we make good men
Yeah,
better, but
we
does
are.
that mean that the man has changed?
Look,
Yes.
no,
Yes,
I'm gonna.
I would definitely say.
So
I am-
if he's changed,
yeah.
so how does he act towards?
I'm more polite
outside
in
world.
public
Yeah, I mean,
situations
yeah.
now. I'm a lot nicer to random people at the gas station who don't necessarily want to talk to me, but I still wish them a little day, give them a tip of my imaginary hat.
Yeah.
Or just pull your sunglasses down?
No, because that
I'm like,
literally you don't know how
enjoy
crazy of a
your
day that person
day.
had or
No,
something,
no,
and for
I
you
get-
to
yeah.
make a good impression.
Look, what I'm trying to say is, for the most part, when I meet anybody, they're getting me. Maybe it's a little bit nicer of me, a little more held back me. Like just trying to be more proper. But in the long run, if you're not going to like who I am, then you're not going to like who I am.
You know what?
Because
I
guess
gotta-
what? When we're meeting people, do you have a ring on?
Not today.
Okay.
I have several.
Yeah, I know.
He's got
I
the
do
hat.
have a ring on today too.
So when we meet strange people, how are we supposed to act? And I'll admit for myself,
I'm not wild. I mean, I'm not saying that I'm wild. Like I don't act all totally crazy, especially when I have the actually. Okay, you want to point out the rings
because
you see my two Masonic rings.
Masonic
You see where my two Masonic rings are at.
Yeah.
Or you know why I put them there?
No.
Is because every time I get angry and I want to use those two fingers, I remember. No, I have to be a better person.
Yeah, that's pretty funny.
Don't use.
Did you flip people off a lot?
Yeah. Come on, dude. Who hasn't? Dude,
I'm driving along. Somebody off it forever.
Oh, shut up, dude. Shut up.
I mean, I don't think I've ever been like waving my middle finger at people driving my little car around.
Hey, how you doing?
I'd feel like Slim Shady, dude, if I did that. Yeah.
No, but actually, you know what's
Stick the thumb
what's
out.
interesting about greeting people that you don't know? Since I've been a Mason, I've become, I would say, a more personable, nice person. Still don't like when waiters talk to me. That's a whole other issue I have. But realistically, and I think it kind of coincides with, since I've become a Mason, I've become, inner peace is a weird word. It's kind of an overplayed buzz thing. But I've definitely been happier, dude. And generally, when you're happy and you're at peace and you feel like you're contributing and your head's in a good, positive space of light, it shines on everybody, man. It's cool.
Yeah. Definitely.
For you? Because I know I have a difficult time because of being in pain and my disability. And I know I could be a pain in the ass and I try not to be.
Yeah.
But, and that's
So
when
that's
I
it right
usually
there, though.
try to avoid people. So I've learned that it's taken some time. But I'd rather be nice and polite than just a complete jerk. Because it's not, I don't like it.
And a member of everything.
Fucked up things. And one of those things is I am not a nice person when I'm in pain because it hurts. Yeah. And then when you meet somebody and they say, at least for me, something a little off, but it's because of what I have and everything. I try to control it, but I try to remember, Masonic obligation and all this stuff. And sometimes it's just okay, all right, it's going
Wes,
on.
I got to share a secret with our audience. Can you guys not listen for a second?
No.
Yeah, you guys.
My hands don't work over my ears.
All right. So Wes is a cane or something. He's explained to me what's wrong with him so many times. I keep asking if it's what Dr. House has, and he always gets madder and madder and says, no, I do not have what Dr. House has. But I never remember what he's ever told me. So to me, he just has what Dr. House has. All right, cool. I'm done with my soliloquy.
Bad Masonic etiquette, asshole.
Oh, that's great. That's great.
That's funny.
All right. People aren't paying to watch us laugh. Come on.
They're not paying us at all.
Yeah, I know, right?
Oh, send money.
Yeah, send money.
Hit up on the WhatsApp.
1-800 send money to us. That would be a good thing. So, one thing we've talked about off camera is clandestine masonry. And I'm not going to get completely into it, but how do we act towards clandestine Mason or somebody that may be purposely hostile? And I'm not saying that clandestine Mason is purposely hostile, but I've met a couple. They weren't hostile, but more aggressive.
You know what, man? Whenever I've met, or
But not that all clandestine Masons are like
no,
that. That's not what I'm saying.
Every time I've met, quote unquote, clandestine Mason, or who I believe to be a clandestine Mason, I show respect as I would show anybody. I don't get all in their face and be like, you're fake, or whatever. It's just like, look, dude.
I actually hate brothers.
I do too.
Exactly.
Like, look, dude,
We're
just,
gonna have to change your hashtag to that.
Yeah, I know, right? Like, for real. But like, just show them respect. Greet them, and that's it. But don't get into discussion with them.
Don't
talk.
invite them into your lodge.
Yeah, don't invite them to the lodge or none of that. But just like. You don't need to freaking like walk up to him and Sparta kick him and be like, you're phony, like you don't.
A couple guys do that.
Is masonry.
Yeah, exactly. You don't need to do that.
Because here's where I realized. At one time I had a very, very, very harsh look on clandestine masonry, and to some degree, I still do.
Yeah.
However, I've kind of got to know that not everyone in clandestine bodies 100% knows they're in clandestine bodies.
No, it's true. That's true.
Exactly.
That's true. And then you know what? You know what? I always my thing. Whenever I talk to somebody about clandies, is that it's like they don't know. Most of these guys don't realize it. I mean, come on. If someone came up to us and was all like, "You're fake. You're not regular," like you'd be like, "What? Who the hell are you?"
Yeah.
Imagine us doing that to somebody,
right?
We don't know. No. I mean, we do know when like they give us their long title. Like I am the Grand Poobah Enforcer Sentinels Captain. Yeah. It's like, all right,
I paid $55 for my 30-30 degree.
Of the Egyptian rite. I'm like, that's not a thing.
Yeah. Because I mean,
actually, true story, and it wasn't in lodge. It wasn't anything. I drank with a clandy guy once. I was at Majestic Star Casino, and it's either in Gary, Indiana, or Hammond. And I was just pretty much on one of my bad vendors, and I was throwing money like a fool on this one roulette table, and I had one of my medallions on. And the dude next to me was like, "Oh, you a brother?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm a brother." I'm like, "You're a brother?" He's like, "Yeah, man." And he kind of gave me that really weird, exaggerated handshake, like,
oh, yeah, I almost fell for it too.
You almost made blur that out.
Wow, you son of a bitch.
You're making extra work for Dave almost.
You know what? I feel so comfortable with all of you on YouTube that I almost did that. But with that where it was the phony guy. Either way, I ended up drinking with him. We sat at that table for a while.
A little extra flim flam there.
It's always
he has to flim flam. There you go.
It's always like I'm like you can lay off in the jive, man.
Yeah.
But partied with them. Probably was a decent dude. Didn't discuss masonry because I could treat him like I would another human. I just can't discuss regular masonry.
Yeah. Right. I've worked with a guy that was a clandestine Mason, and we started talking, and I think there's something on their side too, as well as ours, that don't speak to clandestine Masons.
Don't speak to regular Masons.
I know they think we're fake. That's
they call us clandestine.
We talked. We asked, where we hailed from and everything.
The moderns and the ancients.
I think it both clicked with us, but we still talk to each other. We still bullshit and everything. We just never talked about. And I never said, "Hey, I can't discuss this with you." And none of that ever came up. So that was me. But I have heard one guy tell a story where one guy tried to take his ring. Because because they they shook hands or whatever, and the guy said something, and I don't remember exactly what it was. Okay,
Stolen valor.
So he couldn't answer it, and he was a newer brother, if I remember correctly. And the guy, I guess, tried to take his ring, and it's like, you got to give me that. And I got to talk to your worshipful master. And it's like, what? I'm like, I've never heard of that.
Master.
I'm like, if somebody ever did that to me, I'd be really upset. You're trying to steal my property? I don't know if that's more of the extreme.
That is.
That's
extreme.
But have you ever heard of that happening.
No, and if I heard a brother tell me that they did that, I'd be like, you're
really
Dude, seriously,
stupid.
yeah. If a brother of ours ever said that they did something like that, I'd slam him.
Yeah, I would be like, dude, what are you doing?
Like that.
Yeah.
No, that is uncalled
Everyone
for,
at
man.
home, please practice regular masonry.
Yeah,
and,
never do that.
You know, shut down the detractors, but please do not commit an armed robbery over masonry.
Yeah,
Just don't do
no.
that.
And because
I don't know why I have 2 shots.
I don't know. You're just double fisting.
A Budweiser.
Making an order on the video.
Wow.
It's kind of weird you ordered
We're talking about etiquette, and this guy just totally
I
breaks
don't. Well, yeah, you're walking in between altars. You're ordering.
I'm sitting here trying to
Budweisers.
point to them. Hey, can you give me a shot? Be all quiet. And he's like, I can have Budweiser.
Well, she brought the drink over here. I'm not going to see her for a second.
It's the magic of YouTube. You know, she just knew to bring us.
Well, I had this crazy IPA beer. I'm like, can I just get an American plain beer?
Just a mirror,
Just a plain beer.
Just get a regular beer.
Good old American
Like
Budweiser.
not this fancy crap.
Where was
It's got
this
like
there? It was
extra
probably
stuff.
made in
Well,
America.
let's not say
No, it is.
It is. I was just
It's,
joking
yeah.
around. Yeah.
Yeah, they're
These
shipping.
hipsters and
They're
their
probably shipping in
IPAs.
Budweiser from Mexico now.
Yeah. Yeah. Who knows? It's okay.
I just like how the
zombie.
Witch King of
Yeah.
It's zombie does. It's
Oh,
actually,
okay,
it's
yeah,
actually
yeah,
a pretty good
yeah,
beer.
Witch King.
Hey, it's
from
not
Lord
bad,
of the
man. I'll
Rings.
take it. It was a good beer, but I'm ready to mix it up and get something not IPA, dude.
Yeah, it was a little bit heavy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I'm probably gonna go to Beam and Cokes after this.
Ooh. We
You mean you're not gonna have
do
another-
a Masonic liquor.
You're not going to have another tall boy?
Well, I
Yeah,
talked
please
to,
don't do it.
I
Don't
talked to my
pictures of it, okay?
doctor, and turns out I'm on my way out.
Ooh.
No, I'm joking.
It's cool. Don't worry about it.
No, I like
office?
to. I wish. I like to switch it up. It isn't a Jim Beam and Coke day, but etiquette. We have gone off topic. So many times with this one.
we have.
But that's how
Etiquette
we are. Because we're
is,
at refreshment.
Yeah,
We're
that's
trying
how
to
we are. We're at refreshment, and that's how it
We
goes.
get off the topic.
Does anyone have any closing thoughts about etiquette?
That we should be.
There's a proper time and something for something.
Yeah, there's a proper
time
and place.
for everything, and right now that proper time isn't right now.
Oh no, that is not right now. That is not right now. See, that's you know what? To be honest with you, that we should bring that up real quick. You know, it's like people got to understand. It's like right now what we're doing. We're not at a tiled lodge. The Bible's not open. We're at refreshment. You know, and some people need to remember that. You know, because some people like to. I guess,
Did anyone else enjoy watching him meticulously
Yes,
clean the
I
table?
liked how he was all. I like how he was all calm and grandfather about it, and like.
Yeah, we didn't do like an OCD episode where Grandfather Yoshi wipes the table and tells you like.
Well, no, it was like I was worried about your laptop, man. Because like it was
it was fine, but
you know.
Oh my god,
it was
You know what'd be
great how you did it.
If you got electrocuted live.
Yeah, but if he was like eating an apple with like a knife and taking bites.
So
off of
where
his life
were we
advice.
going with etiquette?
Etiquette.
Look, I just, you know what? You just,
I know, you
my whole
screwed
train of
that
thought just went away. Because we're at refreshment, and this is, you know, we are representing Freemasonry right now, but we are representing Freemason in the sense that we are normal guys, and we're here and we're having drinks,
Right.
you know. And this is not a lodge. This is not a tiled room. The Bible's not open.
We still have fun. Not every Mason is a drinker, but that's what we do here.
We're willing to have fun.
Yeah, we're willing to have fun.
Well, I mean, that's how we're having fun here. But I mean, we do other things. You guys go to ball games. I go to ball games. We go out and see music. We do different things.
Okay, I
We're
want you to
just
know
not-
what you just described as our activities. If we were like reptilians pretending to be humans, we go to ball games and listen to all the popular music. What the hell? What was
We
that?
come from France.
We come from France.
We like people, places, and
You know what's funny is most of the people won't even get that
Yes,
reference.
they will.
They won't even
Hey.
know. They won't.
Dude, okay, what was that? Remember the ladies on Saturday Night Live that would do the radio show and they're like, "Oh yeah, that was really good. That was an episode like that." I can't remember their names, but
Oh, that was so funny.
we gotta do that. But as it is for etiquette,
Where are we going here?
No, but as it
we-
is for etiquette,
off the
because
rails.
we got really off the rails, like,
Off the
you
rails.
know.
Totally.
So, but if there's anybody out there seeking Freemasonry, call us. Do not mention our show that you're like, hey, I seen these guys.
Yeah, no, all Freemasonry is like this. Okay.
Don't mention our name
Take
at
one
all.
of those
Get your
screenshot
third degree
videos and
then
send
you
it
can
to your
share
Grand
us.
Lodge.
Yeah.
But we're having fun here. It's not that you don't have fun at Lodge, but it's a different
purpose.
setting. It's not like you walk into church, but if you have any respect for anybody's religion, or you go to church, mosque, synagogue, whatever it is, you know the type of setting that you're walking into. And it's that mindset that you have when you come to Lodge. Okay, we're going to do what we need to do, but the drinks and stuff, that waits till
After.
later.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
don't
Way
do
later.
that. You shouldn't do that before Lodge.
No.
No, never.
No.
Because
Yeah.
you never know what's going to take place, who's going to come, what needs to be done.
Yep.
Okay, so there is a certain etiquette when it comes to Lodge, and this really is not.
Well, no, like
Not exactly
like
it,
like Brock was saying.
Yeah.
You know, there's a time and a place.
Yeah.
Right now, right here, this is the time and place.
Yeah.
But at Lodge,
I'm not
before
gonna,
Lodge,
I'm
no.
not going to do this. I
And
mean,
like
we'll
you were kinda
crack
saying-
jokes and
well,
stuff.
yeah,
Oh
but
yeah, yeah.
But the lodges are also kind of like, it is a sacred space almost, you know, and especially when
It's a
there's a
temple.
degree work and like when you have a candidate prepped and he's like waiting to go in, like you got to think this is his first
Yeah.
time. Like this is like if you're goofing off and talking about, oh, we should remodel this or doing whatever. This is his first experience. He's knocking on the door of Freemasonry, like, and everything that he's gonna think about and remember. Like, you know, we also need to remember that that's what we're presenting to all of our candidates and all of our and some of the members too. You know, some of the old guys, they don't want to pass the torch on to a generation that doesn't respect any of their customs,
right.
or is like,
Right.
well, I don't
That's
care
true.
because you're going to be dead in 20 years, so I'm running the lodge how I want.
Yeah.
You know, it's like
I want to
you
go to
also
your lodge. That sounds
You
fun.
need to consider that stuff and figure that out.
He's
but-
over exaggerating.
Yeah.
no, I'm not saying my
Honestly,
lodge, but
no,
lodges.
but
Yeah.
I think you really nailed the purpose of ethics and why we follow them. And I think with that said, is it shout out time?
Yeah, it's shout out and shots out time. This shout out is going to the guys at what is
Keepers of the word.
Keepers of the
Keepers
Word. I was
Keepers
going to
of
say
the
Sacred
Word.
of the Word. Keepers of the Word.
Keepers of the Word.
Guys, Keepers of the
Esoteric
Word.
podcast
Yeah.
from California. Great guys.
Awesome,
Very
dude.
great
Yeah.
show.
Awesome. So I watch all their
Great
stuff.
guest. They had Lon Milo Duquette on.
Yeah.
Hey, that's a
The
great
OG.
show.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, thanks for giving us a shout
Hey,
out.
absolutely,
thank you
guys.
guys.
Keep
You
up
guys
the
keep
good
up the
work,
good
you
work.
guys.
We're
Keep
coming
up.
to California, dude. Still your show.
Hey,
Everyone in, everyone in.
cheers.
Cheers.
It's a ball games and music.
Same
Here's the
time.
music.
Yeah, that was
Delicious.
good.
Liquid diet. All right. Well, everyone, I forgot what camera I was supposed to look at. Well, everyone, that is our episode on Lodge Etiquette. If you're looking to join Freemasonry, please look for the Grand Lodge in your state, your province, or country.
Look for a local lodge by your house, by your work.
Yeah.
Yep.
Stop in.
Yeah.
Yeah. As always, thanks everyone for watching, and we'll be back with more episodes.
Don't be scared of the crock pot.
Mahalo.
Take care.